Welcome back, this RB Sensei. To my diehard fans, make sure you watch at least until 9 minutes because watch time is the most important factor to this channel growing and being successful. To new watchers, if you like this video at any point, like and comment. Now let's get into this ridiculous nonsense.
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
Why do guys agree to go on a date and then not text back on the day of the date? Because obviously people change their minds, they're not feeling it anymore, but just be an adult, just say, I'm sorry, I can't make it, I'm not feeling it, I'm not in the mood.
Because they don't give a damn about you. They don't like you, I don't like you.
You're not important enough to them to do that. It's really that simple. I don't agree with these guys. Setting up dates and then just, not hitting the chick back or not really being interested in going on a date but still setting one up. It's a reflection of those guys' poor character. I'll admit it. But let's be honest, it's a reflection of your poor character that you refuse to swipe on anybody that's on your level.
Remember that?
Or maybe it's a sign from God that you should stop swiping on Long Stick Rick and Long Rod Todd. Just a theory of mine I'm working on.
Then I'd be like, fine. And I'm talking about this because the guy's done it today. He's not texted me until the date is due to say, sorry, I can't make it. Like, what did you think I was going to do? Just sit around all day going, am I actually going on this date? And obviously this guy owes me nothing because he hasn't met me before, but I feel like it's just manners to say, sorry, I can't make it.
Do you think you can stop being such a baby?
She got 5 or 6 guys in a friend zone right now that she will never make a video about. That she will never think about more than, when they obnoxiously text her. She'll only think about those guys who would actually give her commitment and a family and all that. She'll only think about them when she need them for something. But even then, she'll never make a video about them. She's still making a video about some random guy who never even met her.
Pathetic.
This probably happened 2 weeks ago. He's still on her mind. If only they would give this much brain power and time to the guys who are actually interested. But they can't get over their ego and their delusion of thinking they're the main character when they're just another basic mid chick.
This is the level of delusion I'm at right now. When I post on my Instagram stories, I think of one person, literally one person seeing it in my head, and it's this guy that I have a crush on that I've never met in person. I've maybe exchanged a couple DMs with him. He'll like my Instagram stories every now and then, and that's where I'm I wonder what he's gonna think when I post this. Is he gonna like this? Is this I've never met this man in my life.
It amazes me that older women are posting to TikTok. I don't know. I find that to be really creepy. I don't know why these people share this crap online. I assume it's just for attention.
And I wonder how many guys see that story and think that it's for them. Or how many guys are going to see that story, like it, hoping to get a DM from this chick. They all have one guy they're obsessing over at all times. Never forget that, fellas. And chances are, if you're thinking about her throughout the day, it's not you. The guy who isn't ever thinking about her, it's that guy.
The reason you lose interest when you're talking to a guy and you move from the dating app to WhatsApp or text is because we have been taught, it's been instilled in us to never let them get us to the second location. It's not you. It's your survival instinct.
Either this woman is trying to play into that, trying to get validation from people who don't know how to break anything down and analyze it, or she's genuinely fucking stupid.
Ma'am, nobody should take advice from you. What street cartel are you a part of? That's what I want to know. I mean, to have tattoos is one thing, but what's on your hands, it screams career criminal. Look, I can tell your future and say it's probably not going to be much positive in it. Let's just keep it that simple. I guess one interesting thing I would want to hear from you is, what drugs were you on when you decided to make that lifelong decision to get them tattoos on your hand? And you talking about survival instinct when it comes to, men? I think men who deal with you should be worrying about if they're going to survive the night, not the other way around. Yeah, I could see those tatted hands doing a lot of things. Strangling a man to death is one of them.
I've got a bone to pick with the men, and oh my god, I cannot wait for the comments. Alright, I'm so sick and tired of men saying, I want a good girl. There's no good girl. All the men want a good girl until they realize that they actually have to step up.
As always, they're talking about a certain type of guy. There's plenty of good men who don't have to change. They're perfectly fine right now. They would make great husbands and great fathers. But as you know, women like this don't make TikToks about those guys. And what do you think the chances are that this woman is genuinely a good girl?
No, not a chance in hell.
Because her TikTok name has Barb at the end of it.
Dead giveaway.
And the fact that she's talking about Chad changing shows that she's the typical, modern woman thot. She chases the worst men possible and then complain about being treated bad. Nothing good girl about that at all.
Please, if you want a good girl, you need to show that you need a good girl. You need to work on yourself. Really, it works hand in hand. If you have worked on your self-development, God instantly needs to put you with somebody else that's going to match you.
Look at her. She's still running off at the mall.
Do you think if the type of guy that she dates came across this TikTok, they would be genuinely taking this advice? Or would they be wondering what her face would look like plastered by him? Like, between those two, option A or option B, which one do you think the average Chad would be thinking about if they came across this TikTok?
I don't know. My therapist doesn't know. My friends don't know.
I'm living my nightmare. It is a monster. It's in my head.
We can all agree that catcalling is bad, but
They are who we thought they were.
my favorite catcall I've received of all time is when I was walking down the street and there was this like restaurant where there were like construction workers on the inside, like hanging up light fixtures or doing whatever. And I had my sunglasses on, in my cute little like about to get crazy at brunch outfit. And I'm walking down.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And then this construction worker on the inside, like there's glass between us, inside of the building.
Get to it.
And just like followed me a little as I walked back.
Okay, see, this is a case of a very average at best looking woman wearing little clothing to get attention from men. Like, other than dressing like a complete slore, she's not getting catcalled unless she live in a really small town. Do you think this woman could get catcalled in Miami, LA, New York? She gotta be from Idaho or something. Do they do construction work in Idaho?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
That's like while he was still on the other side. Like, it was great because there was something between us. No words were said. It was a simple, you know what? Thank you. Like, thank you, King.
Okay, guys, you're not gonna believe this. Like, he literally ghosted me again. We were supposed to go on a date to eat sushi because it's one of my favorite foods. And he never texted. I called him. He never, called me back at all. And then he has the audacity to post a picture of him having sushi.
Okay, you know what, though? There ain't nothing funny about that. I wish one of y'all would just start laughing. Because y'all know you think this is funny.
That's gangster, man. That is so gangster. Guys like this, they love trolling women. They just love it. They love playing with their emotions. They get a kick out of it. It's their favorite hobby. And all these women are stupid for them. That's why you should never feel sorry for these dum-dums. I hope he keeps playing you hard until you get the picture, which probably will be never. And to think, if she ever do get with a guy or quote-unquote settle for a guy, this is the guy she's going to be thinking about while the settle guy's plowing her.
And clearly he was with a girl. I really don't know what to do. Like, this guy, it's driving me nuts. If he gives a good excuse, I'll let you guys know. If not, bye-bye.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
Hey folks, it's me, RB Sensei. I'm so tired of going over these dingbats. Support the content and keep the machine running. You could join for $5 via Patreon or Subscribestar, or for the convenience of staying on YouTube, you can join the YouTube membership for $10 a month. You get access to my normal videos one day early, as well as 2 to 3 exclusive videos a week. Now back to whatever dumbass I was reviewing before this commercial started.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
As we all know, she's lying. The fact that she's even gonna take an excuse shows that this won't be the last time she makes a TikTok about this guy doing her dirty. Remember, fellas, most of these women above a 6 these days would rather constantly be publicly humiliated by a top 10%er than ever settle down and start a wholesome family with a bottom 80%er. She'd rather spend a lifetime begging for crumbs from Long John Ron than get a daily buffet from Average Joe Blow.
I think it's so funny when men are convinced that girls become immediately obsessed with them and their friends know absolutely everything about them, when in reality, we do not know what your name is. Like, you are so irrelevant to the plot of the movie, you're not even a supporting role yet. So when my friend starts talking about a guy, I'll be like, who?
Why are you always such a nasty bitch?
I know, because you and your friends are probably horrible people. And here's the thing, fellas. The best thing you can do is get your woman or the woman you're courting away from her friends and really try to ease her away from hanging around them all the time, because they're going to be a terrible influence unless they're women who are married happily, they have families. Unless you want your girl to be like what her friends are like, you need to try to get her away from them. If not, there's a good chance they're going to ruin a good thing.
And she's like, oh, seafood guy, or like Paris guy, whatever vague nickname we've come up with to define him as.
I mean, yeah, women like this don't respect men. Women who talk about men like this on the internet don't respect men. And these are the women that tear up families and tear up relationships that would have been great. And these are the type of women who are going to be on the internet talking about how miserable they are until the end of their days.
I will bet my bottom dollar on that.
Never his name. Never. And then, if a guy actually starts dating one of my friends, we still do not call him by his name. It will be so-and-so's boyfriend. So, like, for example, Lexi's boyfriend. And he will be Lexi's boyfriend.
Let me guess, until they get married, or how about just forever? Look, this is so dehumanizing. So many women don't see you as human unless you're a top 10% man. And even then, they're going to find something to shame you about. But they'll actually have some type of respect for you. I mean, this is so dehumanizing. Can you imagine a man getting on the internet talking about women like this? I don't even call them by their name. I just call her huge tits. You're that bitch that my friend's effing. You know, can you imagine how that would be looked at? But it's totally okay to talk about men like they're not human.
That's a damn shame.
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.